Hey everybody, Doug, I forgot to tell Candace we are live on YouTube. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, you better Skype her quickly.
I
Yeah,
better Skype her quickly. Absolutely. So happy Wednesday.
happy Wednesday.
We're
Yeah,
halfway through a week.
and we got things to look at and things to do today. So while you're doing Candace, we're going to look at Mines of Delarnia real quick, and analyze what I did and maybe what I should have done, and maybe look at adding a grid to my choice grids and deleting one grid. So we're going to have a fun day.
Okay, we got some work to do. Excellent. Well, I look forward to it. Let's see what you got.
You want to dive in? Let's
Let's
dive
dive
in.
in. I did let Candace know.
All right.
Apologies, Candace.
All right, let me share my screen and we're going to jump right in here.
All
Um,
righty.
I was looking at because I want, we've been talking about wanting to add a grid. So I came to my mid wallet and I analyzed all the down pressure, which coins had the most down pressure. Not a lot of down pressure. Things kind of went up, came down. Bitcoin did that. It rolled over to the downside a little bit, bounced back up to its top, come back down in the middle. So kind of why we're seeing, fairly tight range actually.
Yeah,
So I like playing the pullback. The other option then, because I'm not seeing a lot here, the other option is if there's a coin that's really taken off and there's a pullback on it, did it make a high, get a pullback, and maybe trade the momentum of that coin if I can see reasons to trade that momentum. And so when I hit the up arrow here to see what has really, taken off here, guess what?
oh,
Mines of Delarnia
oh no.
comes to the top. Now, I deleted my Mines of Delarnia because I moved the coins over to Otherverse. Even though Mines of Delarnia went up, it would have been nice to have made the profit, yes. But I actually believe in Otherverse more than I do Mines of Delarnia, even though obviously it has some social input. But the question is was there something I could have done before I deleted Mines of Delarnia, right? And it's really hard for me to do all the things that I should do on a call like this
Well,
because
training, sure.
yeah, because we have limited amount of time and we try to keep these calls under 2 hours, you know. So, so there's just, the time is the time. So
Yeah,
that's it. But we can still learn from the after facts, and understand what's going on. So
absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely.
one of the things that I'll do here is we'll go into Lunar Crush, and I'll put DAR in here.
Well, you know what you did, Doug? You
What?
proved, you proved that we are not financial advisors. This is not a channel for giving advice on what to do with your trades, right? But what we're doing is that we're giving you education instead, right? And now the education that you're going to get is maybe do a little bit more diving in before making, decisions, right?
Right, right. And you can dive as deep or not as deep as you want, and sometimes you will find the answers that you find, and sometimes you won't, right? And it's just trading. You always hear me say that. And there will always be another trade. So just like I did take the money, I think I did put it in Otherverse. Otherverse has huge potential. When Otherverse goes up, potentially a lot more than this went up. Again, it's a potential. I'll look back and say, well, yeah, that was the right decision.
Right.
But but are there ways to make better decisions potentially in the moment? Would there have been a different coin I could have closed that would have given me a better decision? So one of the matrices that I like to look at, one of the pieces of analytics I like to understand in Lunar Crush is this one here, creators with interaction. And we can see the definition of that, which measures unique number of creators with that have posts that are active. Okay, I like that. And when I look at that, and you guys will see it immediately, and you'll go, well, Doug, had you just looked at that, you probably would not have deleted Mines of Delarnia, but it's still okay, right? It's just a trade.
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
things that we're looking for are these spikes. I like the separation, right, of the spike in the market. When we get a lot of social interaction happening, and that will sometimes settle down, but that's like a lead indicator sometimes to what's going to happen. And then when we see that beginning, we have the spike up, the market's driving up, look at what's happening to the interaction. It's
Right.
falling off, right? We can also see the same thing in posts. Sometimes we'll have posts that market went up, post dropped way off, get this spike, get another up, right? But then the market settles down. They try it again. They give up. Now posts are way down. Okay.
Mhm.
So what would I be looking for now with Mines of Delarnia? Well, I would be looking for price to probably follow social sentiment, maybe a little bit more down, or I would be looking for a spike in new here. I would be looking for this to spike. That might give me another push. So
Right.
had I really looked at this spike and I kind of analyzed that, I may have held off, may not, who knows. But, I can see that, this it had been spiking, and this was a really decent spike. And,
Mhm.
then we had the follow. So, you know, so a little bit of work, but look at this. I mean, it's a massive drop off, right?
Right.
So what other things happen? And, we all a lot of times see influencers come together, post a bunch of stuff, get a bunch of hype going, get interaction going, get social sentiment hyped up, and then they drop off. Okay.
Right.
And
Right after they sold right there at the top.
right here,
Uh-huh.
right there.
They went in and
So,
sold their
yeah,
tokens.
but
And then
they
they didn't
had
have to get excited about it anymore. They didn't have to talk about it anymore.
yeah, but they didn't totally stop until it completely rolled over. So maybe they were selling coming down to, I don't know. But
Never know.
anyways, there's a lesson here that we can always do a little bit more work, and the real thing that we're looking for is divergence in actual trades. We're looking for indication of volume being different than what the market is reacting to, and in social sentiment too.
Right.
We're seeing social sentiment doing something that the market's not doing. Social sentiment becomes really high, interaction becomes really high, or new posts become really high. And we can, here's posts with interactions. See, same time, right? And again, drops off. So we're looking for things that don't equal each other. And if we know that we are having social sentiment or social action, then price can follow that. If we want to go out and look at what those posts are saying, we could go out and dig a little bit deeper and make sure those posts are positive, right? Obviously they were. So
Right.
anyways, so Mines of Delarnia, I could have held it and made a little bit of money, but it's after the fact, and so it's just another trade.
And you said, and if we go back in history to when you did delete that grid and go ahead and sell the coins
Mm-hmm.
for USDT that you could pull out and use for Otherverse, that's fantastic, right? Otherverse is
Yes.
a token, their token, UthX, is in
Yep.
pre-sale.
Right.
I just want to remind everybody, it is in pre-sale, I think, one more day. I think that was announced yesterday that it was two
Oh,
days
really?
until it was, I saw a post about it. It's going away and it's going away fast. So if you haven't had a chance to go out and grab some bags for friends and family, or more bags for yourself, or any bags at all, at this price, we're in
Anybody.
round two right now. You want to go ahead and make that happen. If you haven't bought any in round two, if you haven't gone out there, you're going to be able to get them at not not round two's price, but round one's price. So
Right.
right now is a really good time to go make that happen for yourself. Don't forget to make that happen for yourself. If you need to know how to get there, you're going to go to nSights DeFi Trader.io. You're going to click on the up at the top, it says Otherverse. Click there and it'll take you straight out to the pre-sale page. Or you can opt to go ahead and get a free copy of nSights, just the profit tracker page that we've built for you. Any coins that you have, if you want to track their profitability, you can come in and log them inside of your nSights trackability page. And that's free for everybody. So you have both options. You can get directly over to the pre-sale, or you can go through nSights to get to the pre-sale with your profitability page. All right. Just wanted to remind
Thank
everybody,
you. Thank you.
one
Yeah,
day, guys.
well, thank you. I did not hear that yesterday. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So one of the other things that I want to do in my grids here real quick, yeah, I talk about this a lot with people, and I'm going to explain to you guys why this is. And Deb and I were just going over, and I did this massive math thing this morning for the programmers and stuff to understand profitability. I have LTC here, and I think the original amount that I put into LTC grid history was $100. Okay. That's usually the amount that I put into a grid. If LTC had more than $100 used during the time that I had LTC trading, it would be smart of me not to delete this grid, because the way that profitability works is that it takes the max amount at any one time that is open and traded, that's new money. So I start with $100. If I only trade $100, trades open and close, open and close, open and close, and I never put more money than $100 in, then if I reopen this and I deposit $100, that's not new money, and my profitability would be calculated based on that. If I increased it at all, that I did some cost averaging and things, and I had maybe $200 or $250 traded in this grid, if I don't delete this grid and I put another $100 back in, it's not new money. It'll start calculating my true profitability without having to count it as new money. There in 250, if that was my number, no profit, no new money would be added unless at any given time I had more than $250 in new trades in that grid. So that's not the case here. This is a grid that I only put $100 in. So if I open up a new grid, I'm going to put $100 in. So there's no advantage for me to keep this here. And it's taking up real estate. So if I wanted to delete it, I could delete it. Okay. This one up here is different. I had money in it and I don't want to delete it. So there's reasons to keep grids even though you don't have any open trades or any lines trading. Keep them on your screen and don't delete them because of the way that profit is calculated. Okay. And it'll help you understand your true profitability better, because if I close this and delete it and then I open up a new account, the system's going to think this is new money. It
Right, a new
actually isn't.
grid. Right. If you open a
That's
new
right.
grid for
Right.
Litecoin,
That's
after
right.
deleting it, it's going to count it as new money and your profitability starts over, basically.
Right. But
Yeah.
if you are going to delete one, it's simply you come here, you hit delete, and it will tell you, all of the things that you have, but there's nothing here, and I'm not converting, and I would hit delete, and it's gone. Okay. And you'll see that disappears from my options here. I'll hit refresh. No, it did it without me hitting refresh. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are some reasons to delete, not delete. Very basic lesson here. The next thing that we want to do this morning, though, is find a grid to trade. Okay. And so what I'd like to do is ask you guys, ask Deb, Candace, anybody that's on, is there a coin that you're trading that you want me to look at in terms of adding a new grid? Okay. When I look at these here and I go to the ones that have had the most increase, because right now I'm pretty flat on everything that's gone down. So there's nothing that's dipped enough and really came to barriers without doing a tremendous amount of research to say that I want to do it. So alpaca is up there. And that just did that, Deb. So let's catch this part of the call. I want that to go to the programmers. It did a refresh and it took my research away. So I want them to see that, okay?
Okay.
Alpaca went up, you know, if I could look at WBNB. These are coins that, I like. CZ Goat went up a little bit, not very much in comparison to what it went down, but it went up, okay? Do I want to get back in Mines of Delarnia? No, not right now. So, one of the things I could look at is alpaca. And if I clicked on that and went to grid view, and I'm waiting for you guys, I can see that alpaca, it says it went up, 20 something percent, I think is what the number was. We'll look at it in a second. But really, since the 17th, how much did it go up, right? Since the bottom here.
Wow.
74%. And I'm really high in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to set up a grid on this, I would want it to, pull back even more. I'd want it to recover unless I could go out and figure out why it did this. Why did Mines of Delarnia do this? Why did Alpaca do this? Why did those two coins do this?
Mm-hmm.
And if I look at the alpaca here, and we go to Lunar Crush here, put alpaca in, there she is. You can see these massive spikes in social before this up move. It started heading up, but the spikes continued in new posts with interactions. The creators also massive spikes before it took off. And right now everything is dropping back off.
Right.
So do I want to chase this trade? Or do I want it to come back into this range where I might get some spikes in social sentiment and not be here watching it? So that's the key, is where do I think these guys are going to re-engage, if they're going to re-engage? Is it all the way down here? Is it at the base of this break up somewhere around, the 10-cent price? Where is that? And right now, because this is dropping off, I wouldn't be super excited about jumping in, right? And I can see both the posts with interaction are dropping off. So social sentiment is telling me that the market may drop more, and I don't have that community commitment to jump in at this level. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
And Doug, when we're thinking about coins, a lot of times I'll look at the gainers, right? Who's been moving. But then I also like to look at who's been losing. And
Right.
what big coins that I like are really down right now. Which ones have dropped in the last 7 days?
And that's where I started. I started with the downs, trying to find somebody that I like that's really down, and just doing, spot checks,
It really isn't anybody.
Yeah. And see, that switched again on us. Okay.
And
And
you didn't click anything?
did not click anything.
Huh.
So
Okay.
we'll get that over to the programmers. All right.
Wow. Look at you, Nico.
Yep. It's down over the 7 days, but we missed this.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to push. Maybe if we get a little pullback here, because it was in more down pressure than up pressure.
That barrier looks really nice. Go up a little bit. I would like to see that on the daily, what that barrier is doing right there.
Yeah. Here's our barrier, and we're coming up against it. So, we would need a little pullback here. We could set it up with a pullback to get in, and we've had a lot of, on the daily. These are obviously longer periods of time, but we go back to hourly here. We were making lower highs, lower lows, and we're trying to channel out here. So, it may be okay. It's a good coin.
With a little bit of a pullback, I would definitely consider uni.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good utility. At the least, it's a strong enough utility that you could cost average, right?
Yeah.
I already have near.
And uni's looking like what I like about uni is where it is. So, I mean, it could potentially pull back, but there's a lot of room for it to go up too.
Yeah. I wonder what XRP is doing. I always like XRP. So let's look. I'd like to find a new coin that I'm not trading that one of you guys are trading that I could look at. So if somebody suggests something, be more than glad.
Oh, you know what? Jeff Mina suggested 1 inch.
So we didn't look at 1 inch. Let's see here. And XRP is up against the barrier, so not interested. Okay. So where's 1 inch?
Do you have it enabled?
I do. See, I think it's on the up pressure side. Oh.
Oh, there it is.
You see it?
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. See, it went away. Those guys are driving me crazy. All right. Let's go look at
good. We have 4 examples now to give to the programmers, so that's good.
Yeah. About ready to click on it, and it's gone. Thanks, guys. Okay. Let's look at daily.
Oh,
okay. Nice. Okay.
That's in a nice spot, isn't it?
Now, Lunar Crush doesn't have all the tokens, but let's just see if it has 1 inch. And there she is. All right.
Oh.
Well, getting a little spike, but this
Lots of activity there.
Yeah, look at all this before
now,
the up.
Hold on, I'm having trouble knowing which one is which.
Okay. Green is price.
All right, there's your price.
There's the creators in blue.
Okay.
Okay. And I really like when I see the divergence here. This is where market is going down, social engagement's going up. Love, love, love that.
Yeah.
Kind of going down flat, really going up, little bounce. Now they're both up. Now I get the separation and the market's going down. And so market's kind of clueless, selling off, and the social engagement saying, hey, hang on, guys.
Better circle back.
Yeah, we're not quite ready for you to go down because we don't have ours. And see, look at the post, same thing. This is beautiful. So But right now we're down here. So, you know, we could play 1 inch. We're on daily here. So
Mhm.
daily always gives us a false sense of potential up, but
Right.
we're kind of in this upper zone. Let's see here of the hourly. We're in this. This is the interesting thing. Okay, unless you do this, sometimes it's hard to see, right?
Yeah.
This is a range. Obviously, we're staying in it. We broke above that range. Now, if I really go to the top of these candles right there, we still broke above, pulled right back to it, came back down in the range, right? So I could probably trade this range and say, if I get a pullback in the lower 75 percentile of this range, I would
Mhm.
have a chance to get a bounce, maybe get into profit before, and let's see if I got a trade here and it did a retest. I'm at 5, 6, 8, right? So if I take the trade, if I make the trade come to me at the right level, then I have a chance to, get in, get out and profit. And maybe if this range expands a little bit, this becomes the new top of the range. We're equal here and equal here.
Mhm.
Where else? Where are the bottoms here? I love this stuff. Jeez. Drives me crazy how much. Look at that. Gosh. Should we go on? I mean, jeez.
Mhm.
Oh, I just love this stuff. Okay. So maybe our range expands a little bit and it gives me room to get into profit. If I took a trade here, can't really get into profit even if I retest the top. So now I'm really counting on a break of the top to
Right.
get in profit. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
Here, I'd have to retest the top. Lots of times on retests, I don't retest the top, I retest bottoms, prior bottoms, still not quite there, right? So, but now here, even if I retest the
Mhm.
bottom break, I'm in profit. If I do test the top, I'm in profit. So, maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
So I think if we did a pullback, and we get a new high, I think if we just did a standard pullback, might be a little bit too much unless I get a little up before I get to pull back. I'm going to do a standard pullback. So let's set up a
Okay.
grid.
Thank you, Jeff Mina,
Yeah.
for the heads up.
And we will be sending you all profits on this trade. Not.
Yes. Yes.
Not.
Jeff gets them all.
All right. So let's go to we're in grid here. Let's create a grid. And I'm going to do 1 inch. Now I'm going to I'm only going to do one trade, right? Because I don't know where it really is. I can always add additional lines. Okay. So initially my profitability is going to be set on one trade and I'm going to do $50. 5. Why is it not? There we go. My keyboard is weird now. Number of grid lines. I'm only going to do one. Okay. I'm going to do a desired profit of 6. And I'm going to, oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Thank you. Oh, gosh, hang on there. Number of pullbacks, 1. Desired profit, 6. Okay, and I'm going to hit next. We said standard is about 6.5%. Might not get into the market. If I do custom, I'm going to set it at about 5%. Right, let's do that for the first trade. Okay. Any subsequent trades after the first trade opens and closes, then it would be set to standard. Okay. So let's hit next. Or if I add additional grid lines, if I end up liking what I see, then that would be set to standard unless I changed it in the edit mode. Okay, hit next. I'll do ACA on that. I'll do and I didn't measure. I should go out and measure and everything, but I'll just do my standard 15%. I do $50 and I'll do one. Okay. And I like that. And I'll hit next. Okay. Everything's set. 56.1. Yep. Hit next. And you can, this is where you look and read and proof that what you're getting ready to execute is in fact what you want to do. And you have your phone handy and you do your 2FA. Ask Jeff, what do you like? What is it about 1inch that you like? Be interesting to hear that.
Yeah, I've never traded 1inch. It was enabled in my list of coins, but I've never traded it. So while you were going through all the talking, I also set up a grid just out of curiosity. I just want to kind of watch it.
Yeah. So the wonderful thing about this, Deb, if it doesn't go right, who do we blame?
Jeff Mina, right? Yeah.
Right.
He gets bonuses. He gets the profits if it goes well, and and he gets ridiculed every call if it doesn't go well. Just
right.
kidding.
Right.
Just
Okay,
kidding.
so we are in pending.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in live going, okay, where is it? Where is it? No, Doug, it's in pending. Okay.
Waiting for the market to drop a little bit
Waiting for
more.
the market to drop and get and execute that trade. So Jeff, thank you for 1inch. We'll track it, see what it does, and again, if it gets into the trade and we need to modify it, because I only set up one grid line, if we need to modify it, we can then do it after we have more information. That's really a wonderful thing to do. Not to feel forced that you have to do 2 grid lines or 5 grid lines to
Right.
start. If you're uncomfortable and you don't have enough information to do that, or if you do like the coin, you really believe in it, and then set it up however you want. But if there's some reservation or doubt, go in easy, figure it out, then add or delete or do whatever you're going to do from there, and you're in control of the trade instead of the trade being in control of you. Okay.
I like it.
That's it.
Excellent. Well, Drew is asking a great question, and that is, what are the bonuses that are involved with the pre-sale Otherverse tokens right now? So we've got 2, guys, and I talked a little bit about the first one. Whereas if you go and buy in round 2, the first time you buy in round 2, you get your tokens at 0.055, but you get additional tokens, which brings that price actually down to 0.05. The other bonus is Doug and Peter are graciously giving away some of their tokens to anybody that buys in round 1 and in round 2 now. So
if you use the right link.
Yeah, you have to go in through the links we're giving you, right? So go out to our website at nSights DeFi Trader.io and click that Otherverse. Get on over to the pre-sale that way. Or if you already have nSights, your link is on the Otherverse page, which is your profit tracker inside of nSights. So click on that link. As long as you're using the correct link, you're going to get those extra tokens from Doug and Peter. And if you haven't bought yet in round 2, you're going to get extra tokens from Brian as well. I'm going to remind everybody there's only one more day. Yesterday there was a post that there were 2 days left. So that means today there's 1 day left. So don't waste any time. Get on out there and get the rest of your bags of tokens, rest of your bags of UTHEX tokens that you're wanting to grab for yourself or for friends and family. Go make it happen. Also, the beta testing is open for Otherverse. So if you want to get in there and learn how to maneuver around in that world, go make it happen. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Tons of fun.
Now, that's if you have a PC. If you have a Mac, they will have that version done here by the end of this month, so that the Mac people can get in and play too.
Okay, didn't realize that.
It's not that we're prejudiced against you Mac people. we want you to get in there too. So
Okay, excellent. Well, we've had a lot of fun. I was in there yesterday roaming around. I went yesterday out into the city, right?
oh
So
yeah, isn't that fun?
yeah, I hadn't been out there in a long time, and it was just fun to just walk around and check everything out and
Mm-hmm.
and
Kind of window shop.
window shop a little bit, look at
Right.
stores that are coming soon, and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
picturing myself having a storefront property inside of there, right?
Yeah, having your own store.
Having a little
or
store
or
to
having the property and renting the store to somebody else.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being a building owner.
super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming, guys. It's coming. So
It's coming. All right, Doug. Well, thank you so much for today. That was excellent, excellent training as always. Sure do appreciate you. And we're going to come back on Friday. Yeah.
we will be here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well,
And let's see what Jeff's trade's done by Friday.
yeah, there's a
Hey,
lot riding on Jeff with
will
this
he
one
be
because
a
we both opened grids for
yeah, will he be a
one. And,
hero? Will he be a hero or a zero?
oh boy, we'll see, Jeff. It's all on you. And Dale
Yeah,
is here
I got a
too.
whole $50, buddy.
Ooh. Mine might have been 75, but I did
Ooh,
only do one line.
there you go.
So,
I'm proud of you.
yeah. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. We sure appreciate you here, and we'll see you again on Friday. Doug, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.